Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and the Soviet Union campaign. And where we left off, it was February 1939 and we have moved forward a little bit. I'll just go over quickly what I've done in the intervening months. So we've had a whole load of infantry and etc. come online, and all of my units that were in the Far East have been moved over now, just bar a couple of stragglers. From the Far East to our European theatre. Now, I've also moved up all of the units that were in Western Russia to the border with Poland, ready for the fight against Poland, which will start in September of 1939. Now, I'm also going to start up sort of the setup for the troops to attack Finland fairly soon as well. And to that purpose I've got some tank divisions. Now, this is the way our infrastructure is looking. So we have level 9 roads all the way from Leningrad to Stalingrad. So our production situation is very good. From an infrastructure or an IC production standpoint, we've got IC all over the Soviet Union. With the majority of it not in this area, but rather actually further back, which is good. That's going to hopefully save a lot of problems with when we start losing territory to the Germans, assuming that we lose territory, that is. Issues, we do have only 90% officer ratio at the moment, but we know what they're building, and they're not building a massive amount of infantry at things at the moment, and I think we still outnumber them on IC, which is very good. I do apologise, I've got a bit of a cold going on at the moment. This is the first video I'm recording since I got back from my little trip at the weekend away. And we've got some more infrastructure due to come online. Just a little bit. You know what, we'll do that trade. We've managed to sort out our money situation as well, which I think at the end of last episode was a real problem. Oh yes, and our Air Force. So, this is the situation of our Air Force now. As you can see, it's really been built up pretty fantastically. We've got a lot of planes. So we've got 327 planes. I'm not going to use any in the invasion of Poland because I don't think I'll need to. We've got a little bit of leadership. Are we doing 40 techs now, or are we doing 39 techs still? I think we're doing 40 techs. Yeah, encryption machine we need. Yeah, we're on to construction, so yeah, we can do that. I'm not going to cancel the Operation Z yet because so far the Chinese are really holding back the Japanese really well. No, we won't do that. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. Nope, Soviet campaign's running really stably. And if anyone has any questions on how I keep the game so stable, you know, I'm always happy to answer those questions. More tank divisions. Beautiful. In fact, you know what? I am going to need to just chuck a load into supply. Sorry, production queue. You're going to have to just wait a minute. Right, and there's Danziger War. So, we can get a few things here. So, we're going to pay that. So, the Khalkhin Gol August offensive. The Japanese regrouped and planned a third major offensive against the Soviets for 24th of August. They never got a chance. Zhukov had been amassing a major armoured force in the form of 3 tank brigades. You know what? We are going to launch that attack. And the German-Soviet Commercial Agreement of 1939 The German-Soviet Commercial Agreement, also referred to as the Nazi-Soviet Trade Agreement, signed on August 19, 1939, was an economic arrangement whereby the Soviet Union sent critical raw materials to Germany in exchange for weapons, military technology, and civilian machinery. It was negotiated during talks between the Soviet Foreign Minister Molotov and German Foreign Minister Ribbentrop, leading to the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which was signed 4 days later. The 1939 German-Soviet Commercial Agreement expanded Nazi-Soviet economic relations. Germany asked to sign the agreement: we will send them 3% of our global resources in exchange for 2% IC, 5% money, and 3% supply. And I say, why the fuck not? Let's do it. Let's trade. Let's expand that airbase. Let's buy some zinc from Mexico. And just pump a little bit more into our production of supplies. And we'll pay that to the army. Yeah, we are always missing one resource or another, unfortunately. But that's just one of those things that we'll just have to cope with. And I would have thought our production of supply would have gone up quicker than this. But oh well, game. Oh, there goes the music. Sorted. Yeah, my speakers sometimes cut out on my system. I have no idea what causes it. If I knew what caused it, I'd fix it. Okay, new industrial zone. And I'm just waiting to do this invasion now. Let's get those ones there. Oh, we got the army one as well. Oh, happy days. Basing. We don't need to do any secret attacks. Oh, and we can get straight onto this. My phone Siri just randomly came up by itself. That was weird. Always listening. Apple are always listening. Right, and I think it's about the 20th of September when we should be able to get involved. Just looking at it, looks to me like the yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, it looks to me like the Germans are pushing up quite quickly. I haven't taken Danzig yet. Ooh, medium bombers. Speaking of our planes, not looking too bad. There's my cat. And the ceasefire. So the Japanese commander Mikihito God, give me strength pronouncing this. Komatsabara? Sabura? Whatever. Refused to accept the outcome of the battle, however, and had prepared a counteroffensive. This was cancelled when a ceasefire was signed from Moscow. When Zhukov completed the annihilation of the 23rd Division, great events were taking place thousands of kilometers to the west. The next day, on September 1st, Adolf Hitler launched his... we'll do the ceasefire... Ceasefire? The ceasefire with Japan. Come on now. When can I invade? Don't need that. Sorry, Germany. And you know what? I can probably take off supply production, or at least lower it now. And bring out those units. So we've got another tank division here. And another one there. So we've got 2 entire corps of tank divisions. Oh, and that gives us a little bit more on this end. So, units-wise, yeah, like you, for example, we want you to be a motorized infantry, armored car, motorized engineer. Let's go truck transport. Yeah, you as well. Let's put you to semi-motorized. And let's make you a motorized engineer. Motorized infantry. Armored car. Motorized engineer. And let's make that a truck transport. I'm just going through upgrading any of our sort of slightly odd infantry division makeups. Just to make them, you know, sort of make a little bit of sense. Apart from anything in the front line. That'll do, that's all of the extra production that we needed anyway. Right, let's keep building that infrastructure. Come on, when can we attack? Or do I have to do it myself? Soviet invasion of Finland. Okay, we're just waiting on Danzig and a few others to be taken. You know, at this rate, the Germans are going to get it done before we can even get involved. Come on. Right, we just need one of them to fall. Come on, guys. One of these towns has got to fall sooner or later to Germany. Right, there you go. There we go. So, the Soviet invasion of Poland. Hitler's troops are already wreaking havoc in Poland, having invaded on the 1st of September 1939. The Polish army began retreating east and regrouping near Lvov, in eastern Galicia, attempting to escape the relentless German land and air offensive, but Polish troops had jumped from the frying pan into the fire as Soviet troops began occupying eastern Poland. The pact, signed in August, had eliminated any hope of Poland had of Russian ally in a war against Germany. Little did Poles know that the secret clause of the pact, which details would not become public until 1990, gave the USSR the right to mark off for itself a chunk of Poland's eastern region. The reason given that Russia had to come to the aid of its blood brothers, the Ukrainians and Belarusians, who were trapped in the country that were illegally annexed by Poland. Now Poland was squeezed from the west and east, trapped between two behemoths. Its forces overwhelmed by a mechanized modern German army, Poland had nothing left to which to fight the Soviets. As Soviet troops broke into Poland, they unexpectedly met up with German troops who had fought their way to the Far East in little more than 2 weeks. The Germans rescinded when confronted by the Soviets, handing over Polish prisoners of war. Thousands of Polish troops were taken into captivity. Some Poles simply surrendered to the Soviets to avoid being captured by the Germans. The Soviet Union would wind up with about 3/5 of Poland, with 13 million of its people as a result of the annexation. So, the Soviet invasion of Poland. And then we'll go good. And then let's get involved. We just went to truce, apparently. I'm not sure. I'm mobilized in peacetime. Oh, did I just fuck it up? Oh. Oh, it's so confusing. When you hit good, that's meant to allow you to attack, right? Because the others didn't work. They wouldn't have caused me to declare war. So, did that bug out? Or did the game not let me do it for some reason? I think the game just shit itself. Now Poland's offering us a trade agreement. What is happening? Very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. I don't really care as long as I can still demand Eastern Poland. So once the, you know, they've dealt with everything, I'm not really bothered. Yeah, it's not really clear, is it? To be honest. Fuck it. So, the only one I care about, realistically, is demand Eastern Poland. So the moment that they're a government in exile and they own Warsaw, we can go for it. And we just need them to, realistically, we just need them to take Warsaw. And then they'll be out. So, come on Germany, get it done. You're doing this a bit slower than in real life. Yeah, I'm not spending 10 grand on that. We can build our money up first. Right, got another fighter plane unit out. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't get to attack there. But maybe I did something wrong, but I don't think I did. Okay, that's not worth it. And we'll do 4,000 supplies for the Bank of International Settlements. Just to get that little boost for a while. Okay, so Germany just enforced conquer on there. Let's demand Eastern Poland. And the Germans accept. Now, this should mean that we get a load of IC. Okay, it wasn't a load, but it was at least some. So, we get Vilno, Novgorod, Pinsk, Tarnopol, Stanislau, and that one there. Okay, and what's the infrastructure like? Okay, so we can carry on our road infrastructure works at least. You know, and just build them up slightly, but they looks fairly green, all things considered. So that's not too bad. We're not going to do that. We'll do that. Oh, we get a little bit more leadership as well, so that's good. And I can bung a little bit more into officer creation as well, because we need to get that officer ratio up. Right, 390. Right, so do we have any other infantry units? Yeah, like you, for example. Armoured car. Motorized engineer. Truck transport. Perfecto. Motorized infantry. Armoured car. Motorized engineer. And truck transport. just more of it, isn't there? Literally everywhere. Right, in the next episode, we will get a proper battle this time, I promise. We are definitely going to invade... Well, we're going to get the rest of the Baltic regions next. So we're bound to get some IC out of that as well. Which is going to further increase our total. And then we'll also get a little bit of Romania, but I don't think we get any IC out of Romania. Oh, no, maybe we do. Oh, good. We get a little bit of IC out of taking some land out of Romania. So, it'll be the invasion of Finland next. That'll be important. Okay, let's just keep time going for a month. I'm not exactly 100% sure when the Winter War starts up. I think it might be November. In fact, I can probably check. It's probably a decision, right? Yeah, Winter War. Yeah, the 30th of November. So we've got a bit of time before that point. Oh, and Germany took the Netherlands. Whoa, Germany is blitzkrieging. Oh, they're not waiting around. They're just going for it. They're already making their way through Belgium. Ooh, baby. They're playing in OG mode. No. Right, Great War analysis. I can keep going. Yeah, truck prime. Yeah, we'll do the primer. We've got a surge of volunteers. And I think I'm going to call it an episode there and get all my units into position to attack the Finns. And I'm going to get, I think for that purpose, I'm going to bring up these tank divisions, any motorized units that we have just lying around, and I'm going to dedicate a few infantry corps to the north to attack Petsalmo, Alamy, Salami, yes, that's how you pronounce that, of course. And as I say, up, I think, through here, because if we can just punch through here with armour and with our air force, I imagine that we will quite easily destroy the Finns. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Soviet campaign. Sorry that this one's a little bit shorter, but just got a bit of a cold going on and I wanted to get an episode out just to show you where I'm up to. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye-bye.